In today's episode of the Pathmonk Presents podcast, I got a very interesting guest here with me today. I'm with Nathaniel Miller, and he's hailing over as a director of marketing at Stockguard. And we love to bring very interesting and unique industries and tech space to the podcast. And today we got something very interesting. We bring in agriculture. Risk management within the agriculture world is quite a very interesting and unique technology and approach. And today we want to learn about it. Nate, welcome to the show.
Yes, thanks for having me. I'm very excited.
Sure. So maybe let people know a little bit more about Stockguard. What is it all about in your own words?
Yeah, so Stockguard, we're a risk management firm, but I think it's easier to look at it as like an insurance company. And we serve the ag industry, specifically farmers, cattle farmers, and swine farmers. And we offer two products that are backed through the USDA. And which are livestock risk protection, livestock gross margin, both of which just help you like secure your financial security of the farm, to help make sure like if something in the market, like if the market goes down, it's there to pay you an indemnity if crops raise the prices like that. Again, gross margin will protect your gross margin of your farm. So those are the two products we offer. As we grow, I think there's more to come, but those are the two we offer now, with our portal as well, to make those programs easier to understand.
Okay, that makes a whole lot of sense. Now, tell us a little bit more about the customers. Of course, it's in a way obvious, but maybe tell us a little bit about them. What brings them to the solution?
Yeah, so the target audience, I mean, it's our customers are farmers. I mean, that's hands down what it is. And there's a widespread, just like with any industry. You have your small farms, they're just like a family run farm, could have 50 cows, could have 150, up to 5,000 or 10,000. I mean, there's a pretty big spread. But the bottom line is just they're looking to secure the viability of their farm. Like, if something were to happen, I mean, like right now, like with the SVB bank, that caused a lot of the markets to fluctuate really bad. And so some prices went down, and it's like, if they locked in their rates, those prices are protected.
Gotcha. That makes a whole lot of sense. Now, let's talk about, how they learn about you guys. They maybe not necessarily, I mean, you have to tell me, but I wouldn't guess that there would be super easily to catch online. What's the journey?
Yes, so not yet. We're in the process of building out some information and some like educational hubs, to make it a little bit easier to find us and to find information about the programs. But for the most part, I mean, we have our risk management team. They do a lot of in-person events. That's one of our big things we do. We are partnering with different associations within the like community, and so they're attending like regional meetings. We're going to trade shows, conferences, and just doing sales calls like to a farm. They're I hear, I mean, every day on the sales calls that some of the team members will end up doing some doing some different, I wouldn't even know what to call it because I'm not a farmer, but different tasks on the farm with these farmers to help them out, but also to talk about our products. We do have our website and we are building out the content, but it's still one of those things that there's just not a lot of information about the products. You don't even know what to look for. So we're in the process of building some content specifically to target that.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Now, let's talk a little bit about the journey then. Like, what role do you attribute to the website? Like, how do you think about the website today? Like, what role do you foresee for the website? Maybe tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, so today, the website is mostly there for education. We want to inform customers, prospects, anybody and everybody with what the programs are and how it can be beneficial. Because that's something that's, when you go to the USDA's website and you look up these programs, it's very complex. It's kind of hidden underneath tons of different verbiage. So that's kind of where the website is today. The goal is to just make the products even easier to access, understand, and then to eventually, make a purchase, obviously. The goal is that, when they come to our website, they can learn about the industry, they can learn about what, their type of farming, they can learn about the products, how those products can tie in, and then, quote it out right there and say, this is how much you're protecting. This is like, if market rates drop here, here's what you get. And, that's kind of the vision. But yeah, right now it's mostly just the educational part of it. And we do have the portal linked to it as well, but it's like a side website, like a subdomain.
Very good. Now, let's talk a bit about the website in itself. Like, where do you see some strength of it, and where do you see some room for further improvement?
So our strength, I would say, because when I joined up, there was not a ton of pages. There wasn't a lot of things that needed fixed for myself. So there was basically, like we were already at the starting point, so we could really just expand and grow it out to really just build. And, I think the strength is that is one of the strengths, but also that, there were some key pages there to target these keywords. And so, with it being founded in 2020, those pages have been there for a bit. And so they're starting to, as the industry starts to pick up and say, oh, this is what these products are, those keywords are already in place. And so, we have the longevity there. And then for improvement, I think with every website, it's, how is the flow? Like what's the user experience from the top to the bottom, and, making the information that people are wanting the easiest to access. And so that's, something we're working through in just different journeys on the website as well. Gotcha.
Very good. So now let's then, talk a little bit about your daily work, right? Would love to switch gears to go away from the website a bit, but figure out like what you're on a daily business. What does a typical day of Nate look like?
Oh, everything. Right now, there's a lot of user demos being created, working through the products, because our software makes the programs understandable, but there's still some complexity in those problems. And so it's like building out these custom demos to show exactly here's what you would do. Here's like an scenario. So that's something we've been working on. We're also doing some explainer videos for just the an overview of the products themselves, and how that the whole system works. So a lot of video work with different videographers and animators and things like that. Also, I'm working with partnering with other associations to kind of expand our micro events. We're kind of doubling down on like a people-led growth where we want to be in person, because that's where the industry is still. And I think it's where a lot of industries are. And I think there's a lot of improvement that can be done, if you're at more places and in person with people. So talking to them and kind of just setting up some different little events, micro events or regional events throughout the different states that we target. And a lot of reporting, a lot of analytics, and finding out, where are the best states that we should be in, where are we getting the biggest return? Is it the big trade shows? Is it the micro trade shows? Like which ones? And so there's a lot of reporting and analytics going on behind the scenes that I'm working on day to day. And then talking with the sales team, just understanding, what their needs are, how our product fits. And, some of our staff actually use our products. And so I don't always have to hop on a customer call. I can hop on a call with my teammates and say, hey, I need to walk through this, like from your perspective, because from my perspective, this makes sense, but I want to see it from your eyes. So that kind of helps. I can see it from both sides without having to really do a lot of customer research, which we still do, but I can do one step before I go to a customer, and it looks a little bit more polished.
Gotcha. Makes a lot of sense. Very cool. I got some rapid fire questions to wrap it up for today. Are you ready for those?
All right, let's go.
What is the last book you read or podcast you listened to?
The last book I read, Move by, it's sitting right here. Sangram. I don't know his last name. It's literally sitting right here. Last book I read right here.
Very good.
Yeah.
What's the one single thing that your company is focused on the most at the moment?
Events, community, building a community around our products, and delving into communities that are already pre-existing.
If there would be no boundaries in tech, what would be the one single thing that you would want to have fixed for your role in the company as a marketer?
Oh man, That's a big one. I would say utilizing AI on some of the back end stuff. I think there's a lot that could be done to ease myself, but also I think some of the other teams.
And for the very last question, if we would do a little bit of time travel, right, and we go back to the days of Eagle, the days where you basically, jumped into the career of a marketer, what would be the one advice? First day into your first marketing role, what would be the one advice you would give yourself for the journey?
Oh, it's hard to pick one. I would say the thing I think that expanded my career, but also like the knowledge I had, was finding a mentor. I wish I would have found one sooner. I think that could have helped, the longevity of like what I was looking to do, and kind of making the moves that I did would have been a little easier, I think.
Very, very good. I want to give you the very last word, Nate. If somebody would be forgetting all that we discussed about Stockguard today, what's the one thing people should remember?
Oh, I think remembering that, across the board, everything's about people. And like, that's what we're here to do. We're serving, the farming community, and that, we want to make life easier, but also make it protect the longevity of their farms. So.
Thanks a lot for being a guest on Pathmonk Presents.
Thank you.